Brief moment on a quiet Lisbon street has been enough to set the global BTS fandom buzzing. In recent days, short clips and photos circulating across social media platforms have shown Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, leaving what appears to be a hotel in Lisbon, Portugal. Dressed casually and moving without the visible presence of his fellow members, the singer looked relaxed yet focused, sparking intense discussion among fans and entertainment watchers alike. Was Jungkook simply stepping out alone for a personal errand, or was he heading somewhere the other members did not accompany him? As with many moments involving one of the world's most watched pop stars, a simple walk quickly transformed into a full-blown narrative. The footage, reportedly captured by fans or passersby, shows Jungkook exiting the building calmly, offering a small nod of acknowledgement before heading down the street. There were no obvious signs of bodyguards in the immediate frame, nor any other BTS members nearby. For a group known for its tight-knit bond and frequent public appearances together, the image of Jungkook alone immediately stood out. Within minutes of being posted, the clip spread rapidly, accompanied by captions speculating about the purpose of his outing and the meaning behind his solitude. Lisbon itself adds another layer of intrigue. The Portuguese capital has quietly become a popular destination for artists seeking a balance between inspiration and privacy. With its historic neighborhoods, coastal light, and understated charm, Lisbon has attracted musicians, filmmakers, and creatives from around the world. BTS's presence in Europe has often been linked to concerts, filming projects, or private schedules tied to music production and global brand commitments. Jungkook being seen there alone raised questions about whether this was part of an individual schedule rather than a group activity. Fans were quick to analyze every visible detail. The clothing Jungkook wore, comfortable, understated, and seemingly chosen for ease rather than spectacle, suggested a low-key outing. Some noted that he carried minimal belongings, fueling theories that he might have been stepping out briefly, perhaps for a walk, a workout, or a visit to a nearby cafe or studio. Others focused on his demeanor, describing him as calm and unhurried, a contrast to the intense energy of concert stages and public events. Online discussions soon branched into multiple interpretations. One popular theory proposed that Jungkook could be working on personal music projects. Over the years, he has repeatedly expressed interest in exploring his own sound and creative direction, both within and beyond BTS. Solo sessions, private studio visits, or meetings with international producers are not unusual for artists of his stature. Lisbon, with its growing music scene and discreet recording spaces, could easily serve as a temporary base for such work. Another line of speculation leaned towards something far simpler. Many fans emphasize that Jungkook is a young man in his 20s who, despite his global fame, deserves moments of independence. Stepping out alone does not necessarily signal secrecy or separation from the group. Instead, it may reflect a desire for normalcy, walking through a city breathing unfamiliar air, and enjoying a brief escape from the constant togetherness that defines group life. BTS members have previously spoken about the importance of personal time, even when traveling together. The question of why the other members were not seen has also been widely discussed. BTS schedules are famously complex, often involving simultaneous commitments. It is entirely plausible that while Jungkook stepped out, the other members were resting, attending meetings, or engaged in activities elsewhere. Absence from a single frame does not equate to absence from the city or from shared plans. Nevertheless, the visual of Jungkook alone proved powerful enough to ignite curiosity. Media outlets and fan-run news accounts approached the story cautiously, often emphasizing the lack of official confirmation regarding the context of the sighting. No statement was released by HYB, BTS's agency, which is typical for matters considered private or inconsequential. In the absence of official details, fans filled the gap with interpretations, memes, and thoughtful essays dissecting what the moment could symbolize in Jungkook's ongoing journey as an artist. What stands out most is how such a small moment reflects Jungkook's unique position in global pop culture. As one of the most recognizable faces in music today, even his quiet movements become news. The phrase "caught on camera" suggests drama, yet the footage itself shows nothing more than a young artist moving through a city. The contrast between the simplicity of the act and the intensity of the reaction highlights the extraordinary attention surrounding him. Some fans took the opportunity to reflect on Jungkook's growth. From debuting as a teenager to becoming a global icon, his life has largely unfolded in public. Seeing him alone navigating a foreign city felt to many like a subtle marker of maturity and independence. It suggested confidence and self-assurance, qualities that have become increasingly evident in his performances, interviews, and creative choices over the years. Others expressed concern about privacy, urging fellow fans to respect boundaries. While admiration and curiosity are natural, there is an ongoing conversation within fandoms about the line between support and intrusion. The Lisbon sighting reignited these discussions, reminding everyone that even the most beloved celebrities are entitled to moments free from scrutiny. At the same time, the story also underscored BTS's enduring impact as a group. The very question, whether Jungkook was heading somewhere the other members didn't, speaks to how closely their identities remain linked in the public imagination. Even when individual members pursue solo projects or personal time, they are still viewed through the lens of the group. This dynamic has been both a strength and a challenge throughout BTS's career. As days passed, the initial frenzy gradually settled into a calmer appreciation of the moment. Fan art inspired by Lisbon's streets began to appear, alongside playlists imagining what Jungkook might listen to while walking alone. Some fans shared travel photos of their own trips to Lisbon, connecting their experiences with the fleeting images of Jungkook in the city. In this way, a brief, unremarkable outing evolved into a shared cultural moment. Whether Jungkook was leaving the hotel for a personal errand, a creative meeting, or simply a walk, the truth may never be publicly confirmed. And perhaps that is exactly how it should be. Not every movement requires explanation, and not every moment needs to be woven into a grand narrative. Yet the fascination surrounding this sighting reveals much about the relationship between BTS and their global audience, a relationship built on admiration, curiosity, and emotional connection. In the end, Jungkook in Lisbon, alone for a moment, became a symbol rather than a mystery to be solved. It symbolized freedom within fame, individuality within a group, and the quiet humanity that exists behind the spotlight. As fans continue to support BTS in all their endeavors, moments like this serve as gentle reminders that even the biggest stars sometimes just step outside, walk down a street, and live their lives, camera or no camera.